President Kennedy said, "We must do it soon." Many watched as the rocket flew into the sky. Bound for the moon, the astronauts did fly. They raised a flag and began to explore. It was something that no one had done before. As the afternoon passed, Alice read of the deeds that many had done to help those in need. Whenever there's a challenge, be it far or near, Americans are more than ready to volunteer. Here's the important part. Ellis packed up his trunk. He was done for the day. He would come back tomorrow and keep reading away. Now it was time for a celebration, a birthday party for our great nation. Ellis watched the fireworks and could clearly see that America is special. It's the land of the free. The end.
Stop. I need a sticker.
Okay, we'll get you one. All right. So what did you guys learn about America?
I don't know.
You don't know about America? Yeah. Well, when we first started reading, when Ellis first started reading about America, he talked about these people called colonists, how they came to America from England. And they came here because their king wasn't so nice like Miss Sarah's king. Their king was kind of mean. He was kind of like a bully. Do you guys know what a bully is?
Yes, I know there's American.
What about bully? Well, do you remember our game in Simon Says when I asked you to stand on one foot for an hour? That was kind of mean, wasn't it? Or when I said I wanted half your lunch?
No.
That's not very nice, right? But that king would ask the colonists to do things like that. He wanted people to stay in their house and sleep in their bed. He also asked for a lot of taxes, money that these people didn't have. And so when they were talking together, they realized they have rights as people, that they shouldn't have to deal with a king that was so mean to them. Yes, ma'am?
Can you read the part when they threw the king into the water?
When they threw the king? Yes, I will read it in just a second, okay? So, when they decided that they have rights as humans, you guys remember what rights are?
Yeah.
Do you remember what rights are? We talked about it on Monday. Some rights are freedom of the press, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and freedom of religion. Remember, assembly is when we all gather together. Speech is where we can talk. Press is like the news. And religion is whatever you believe in. These people didn't have it when they were over a king. Their king was not very nice. And so they decided they would create their own country. And that country is
America.
That's right. So, here is our birthday cake of vocabulary words. Why do you think I made it into a birthday cake?
Because we're celebrating
2-for-1.
United States of America. It's America's birthday, July 4th, 1776. And when they decided they had rights, it was because the king, when he was in England, would not listen to the people in America. And that meant that they have no representation. They had nobody to talk to get the king for them. That's like if something happened to Zoe and she was all by herself, she has nobody to go tell Mr. Nick or Miss Sarah that something's happened to her. She had no representation. But if she's with Morgan, Morgan can run to Mr. Nick and Miss Sarah and say, "Something's wrong with Zoe, I need you to come here." That's Zoe's representation. Morgan went on behalf of Zoe to talk to Mr. Nick and Miss Sarah and Miss Crystal for Zoe. Okay? So that's the representation. So because they didn't have that, they decided to write a letter to the king. And in that letter, they said, "We will not let you be a bully to us. We will not let you be mean to us. And we're going to declare our independence." Declare means to say. We're going to tell you that we are independent, that we should not have a king that tells us what to do without listening to us first. Okay? So they wrote the Declaration of Independence. And that's what this is. And
That's the note.
that's the note, exactly. It's the letter. And in the letter, he talks about how the king was mean to him and how that they are going to be their own country. America's going to be its own country. And we're not going to be ruled by a king anymore. And so in that, all the people that wrote this note signed their name. And they said, we all agree that this is true. We are not going to be ruled by a king anymore. And that's what the Declaration of Independence is. So that's when America first started. So if America first started, that means it's kind of like its birthday, right?
It's its first birthday.
It's its first birthday. It's when it was born. When you celebrate your birthday, it means that you were born that day. So on July 4th, we celebrate America's birthday. Yeah, it's kind of neat, isn't it? So we're going to talk about some things that are similar and different for America's birthday and your birthday. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay, we have 3 different colors. Okay, and we're going to look over here. We're going to change our positions. Look over here. Don't let me hit you. All right, this is called a Venn diagram.
You already know that.
You already know that? Good job. High five. All right, so we're going to compare my birthday, that's your birthday, and America's birthday. And then we're going to talk about things that are the same. All right? So can you think of anything that's the same for both of our birthdays? Anything that happened that's the same? What do you think, Zoe?
You always have a party.
You have a party. Good. What else?
You know you always get, maybe
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. What?
we always have cake.
You always have cake. Good. What else? Can you think of anything else? Does anybody have fireworks on their
Yeah.
birthday?
No, some.
Sometimes we can put fireworks.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
I don't
Okay.
have ice cream on my birthday. Ice cream. Pizza.
Pizza? You have pizza on the 4th of July too? Or is that different? You could have pizza on the 4th of July. All
There's
right.
too much stuff already on the
No, it's okay. Now let's think of some things that are just happened for your birthday. What just happens for your birthday?
Present.
Presents. Good.
Present. I don't really get
That's okay. That's okay. What about you, Zoe? What you think?
I some like
Balloons. Okay. We don't normally have balloons on
birthdays.
the 4th of July. What else can you think of? Anything else?
Hot dog.
Hot dogs?
Yeah.
You have hot dogs on the 4th of July that you don't normally have on your birthday?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. So,
Juice.
juice? Okay. Juice. What
Oh.
happens on America's birthday that's just happens on America's birthday?
Oh, baseball games.
Baseball games. Okay.
Sports.
We normally have like special concerts, right? That plays patriotic music.
Plates.
Planes.
Fireworks.
Plates.
Fireworks.
Plates.
Fireworks. I already said that. Plates.
Plays. Plays. Yes. Okay.
Lemonade. Fireworks.
Fireworks. Okay.
I just said that.
Fireworks and lemonade.
Yeah.
Those are all good answers.
Coca-Cola Zero.
Coca-Cola Zero. Is that what you like?
Yes.
All right. These are all good answers. So we see that even though it's separate, it's kind of the same thing. We're all celebrating the birth of something, the start of something. We're celebrating the start of America. When the colonists said, we will be free from a king who was mean, and he wasn't like the other kings we've been studying. And we decided to start our own nation. And that's when we decided we'd have a president. And you vote on presidents, right? Okay, good deal. All right, so let's go back to our seats and we're gonna watch a short video.